Yo, what's going on, fellas? Hope that transition was a little more smoother than last time. What's up, guys? Happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone's ready for a fantastic weekend. Everybody got everything they needed to get accomplished this week. Looks like I got two comments from my viewers. Don't know if y'all are here or not, but shout out Lucas M dropping the first comment. Shout out Carmine C says, "What's up, Deadly? What's up, Carmine? We need to play some Halo, bro. Gotta get some Halo in. Let's play some tonight. If you don't mind, if you got some time over there in the West Coast. You're Cali boy, right?" Yeah, it's Cali boy. Then we got Jonathan Alvarado Garcia. What's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you before. Glad to have you here, man. Today's stream's just gonna be a real simple one, guys. Questions and answers. Ask me anything. So whatever you guys might have questions about. I specialize in trading. I'm a day trader. That's where I make most of my money from. Pretty much live off of cryptocurrency. Have been for since COVID crash. I went balls deep on Bitcoin and some other cryptos. Worked out good for me. So just been kind of living it up and passing it on since then, trying to build a fortune. I dabble around. I've actually never bought any NFTs. I know enough about them to know I don't want to be involved in them right now. As far as like the JPEG art goes, I do have a couple NFTs on the Algorand blockchain. So I know a little bit about NFTs, about the art, about the culture. I know a little bit about general crypto stuff. So let's see what you guys got. Just drop your comment or your questions in the comments, guys, and we'll get you guys taken care of. I'm wearing a collar shirt today. I think this is the first stream I've done in a collar shirt. Usually I wear like muscle shirts and everything, but started going to the gym in the mornings instead of the afternoons. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna be dressing a little bit more clean, trying to dress nicer for the streams and everything. Yeah, we got Bitcoin behind us on the 1 minute time frame on perpetual contract, and I need some questions, guys. Looks like I'm not sure if this is accurate. Up to date, it looks like we got 3 concurrent viewers. So what's up, fellas? We got questions and answers here. Don't leave me to talk for myself too long. So whatever you guys are struggling with, if it's like trading, investing, how to build a portfolio, maybe something about bots, something about transferring tokens over the right network. I don't know what kind of guys, what you got issues with. Jenny, bro, what's going on, man? Welcome. Better late than never, right? Nah, you're right on time, man. Just a couple minutes late. Jenny always does a good job of getting things kickstarted. Jenny, maybe you can pull something out of your butt. What you been struggling with the past couple days? Any problems? Anything you want to ask about? Oh, look, we got Carmine popping up with a message. Definitely can get some Halo. Just message me when you're trying to play. For sure, buddy. Yeah, I'll give you a ring after a little bit later this afternoon. Got some things to take care of after the stream, but we definitely need to get some Halo in. That's for sure. I think I accepted your friend request, so we should be good to go. I'll just hop on and shoot you an invite. I'll DM you on Instagram. I'll DM you on Instagram whenever I'm finna hop on. So yeah, what's up, fellas? Come on, man. How's it going, guys? I need some questions. If you guys want answers, I can just start spewing answers, but they're not really gonna make sense without questions, you know. And it's just gonna sound like information. And we definitely got some other streams in mind for you guys. I've done a couple informal streams in the past about shorting pumps. I'm gonna redo plotting trades and then try and take a couple trades, hang around and see where I can get with that. So we do a little bit of different streams here if you're new. By the way, thanks for being here if you're new. And this one's just questions and answers, guys. So if you want to drop them in the comments, I'll be more than happy to answer them, or try my best to answer them anyway. Won't bullshit you if I can't. So we got Caesar in the house. Kobe is Caesar. What's up, bro? Greetings. Jonathan, what's up, buddy? He says, I have one question. I've been trying to see your indicators on TradingView, but just can't find it. They were private scripts, sir. I had them for free for quite some time, but we're actually working on selling them with Crypto University. One of them is this visual assistance indicator right behind me. So they were up for grabs for a limited time. I had them up on the YouTube videos for free. All of them had them there for free, but now they're invite only, and we're working on getting them listed. If you would like to drop your TradingView username, I can give you a trial of whichever one you'd like to test, good sir. All you have to do is drop it in the comments, and I'll be able to give you one. So we'll be able to get you 2 weeks on it, no problem. And Carmine says I have one question. One sec. Looks like Carmine's typing his question. Niaz is here. What's up, bro? Niaz, you're here early. How you doing, brother? How's your trading been? Guys, Niaz is one of our members. He's one of my only members. I think I have like 3 YouTube members now, so huge supporter. He's been a supporter for over a month now, going on 2 months. He's about to get a new badge. Thanks, Niaz, for all your support, man. Really means a lot. How you been, dude? You got any questions or anything you're struggling with? Anything you might need help with? Ask me anything, man. Anything about something you might be having problems around, something you can't quite grasp, something about what I've done as a trader, I don't know, whatever you guys got. Jonathan says, okay, got it. Thanks. Yeah, Jonathan, just drop your TradingView username, bro. I'll definitely get you one. I mean, you're here on the stream, so I'll turn you on. So just let me know whichever one you want, and I'll put you on so you can get that trial. Israel DeLeon says, any thoughts on when the Fed may begin lowering rates? I think we have much deeper to go so long as rates keep increasing. I don't really have any thoughts about what the Feds might do as far as raising or lowering rates is going to go. I do know that right now, the way Bitcoin is positioned around what the Feds are doing, it's kind of having a negative effect. It's the first time Bitcoin is really being stress tested. It's behaving in similar fashion to previous cycles. I've measured out on, I think, my last stream, we took a pretty good look at the cycles of Bitcoin. And as far as drawdowns go from all-time high, it's sticking to the cycles we've seen before. It has definitely broke below the 20K level, as we've all seen it break into about 17.8, I think it was, 17.8K. So cyclically, we're on schedule. I don't know how much or how long that's going to stay on track in the future. I don't know, cycles can expand or contract. They could break completely. Patterns could be broken at any time. Just because we have this historical data doesn't mean we can project that in the future. And it's a little bit irrational to speculate based on that premise. But I guess that's my thought on that. We got Self-Made Beats. Are you self-made from the Discord, brother? What's up, man? Welcome. Glad to have you here. If you're even if you're not Self-Made Beats from the Discord server, what's up, brother? Welcome. Glad to have you here. So yeah, guys, looks like, yeah, not sure if this is live or not on the concurrent viewers, but it looks like we got 10. So welcome everybody here. If you have any questions, I'll try to get them answered the best I can. Carmine says, I was watching the buy move that happened for Uni USDT yesterday, July 6th, 3 o'clock, July 7th, 0 UTC 7th LA. So what's up with the Uni move, bro? Did you make some profits on that? Were you able to get in and get out at a reasonable time? You were watching, you were speculating, but did you get in on it? Self-Made says, yeah, bro, what's up, man? Fucking welcome. Glad to have you here. Thanks for coming in. You got any questions for me, Self-Made? Anything you're struggling with? Anything I can maybe help you out with? Something I can get answered for you, brother. That's the point of today's stream. So, Self-Made, glad you're here. Carmine said, I was back testing that buy. Nice work, Carmine. Strategy work is good and back testing is fantastic. Now, always remember, back testing results also cannot foreshadow 100% what's going to happen in the future. Can only tell you what's happened in the past statistically, but it's good data to infer upon. Niaz says, your views on Celsius Network and on Celsius Token. Niaz, unfortunately, I don't have any really strong views on the network or the token. People are saying it's similar to what happened with Luna. We all know Luna crashed, and now they made a Luna 2.0. To be honest, I don't even know how the attack went down technologically behind it. I don't know why. It seemed like Luna was targeted. Celsius seems like a little bit of a different event, but I mean, still the same. The volatility is there. I wouldn't try to short it to 0. I'm completely staying away from that token. Towards the end of Luna's crash, I did trade a little bit on spot. I was trying to stay away from that as much as possible. My buddy told me he turned he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take $500 to it, and he turned it into $6,000, and then it ended up turning into $3,000. But he did ultimately in the end turn 500 to $3,000 with Luna's volatility. So I wanted to get in on that. I was not as successful as him, and it just reminded me why I don't play in those types of events. Celsius is not a token I've been keeping up with. It's definitely not something I've been watching. So it's not something I'm trading heavily. I always try to preach that whenever I trade something or whenever anyone should trade anything, you should have a good idea of what the asset is. More than likely want to accumulate more of it if you're trading it seriously outside of futures. So now I'm not going to lie, sometimes I do play a little pumpy dump, but most of the time it just ends up biting me in the butt. So Niaz, I'm going to stay away from Celsius as far as trading and investing goes. I'm not really going to try and catch the rebound or short anything like that. That's a little too speculative for me, Niaz. And if you're going to play with Celsius, I'd recommend you bring a small amount you're comfortable losing if you're going to be trading or investing, and that you have, if you're trading, you have a tight stop loss, and if you're investing, you know the time frame you want to be invested in and the drawdown that you can live with. Ananya says, hi, what's up, Ananya? Greetings, brother. You got any questions for me? Just drop it on down. Looks like Bitcoin's trying to break down now. We got a live Bitcoin behind us, so we got Bitcoin breaking down. Let me grab a drink of water, guys. Looks like we have a couple more guests as well. Guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not going to try and BS you if I can't answer it, though. We'll see what we can get figured out, though. All right. So where did I leave off at? Nishant Sharma says, hi. Oh, look, I skipped Israel. My bad. Israel said, could you explain price imbalances and how to play off them? As I understand, price usually comes back to fill that imbalance. Thanks. So as far as the term imbalance goes, I'm not really sure I understand or can answer on imbalance. I mean, I think you might be talking about support and resistance zones, but I don't exactly want to lead you in the wrong direction. I've never really heard the term imbalance. Sorry if that makes me sound like a noob, but yeah, I'm not really familiar with the term. So maybe if you can elaborate on what an imbalance is, then I will more than likely try to expand on what I can answer for you. But yeah, I don't want to start blabbing on something that is completely not what you're looking for. So Israel, if you could try and shape up on that for me, I'll try to answer it for you. And yeah, there's Nishant. I already said hi to there. Selfmate said, told you I was going to rock with you on YouTube as well, bro. That's what's up, brother. I'm glad to have you here. I really appreciate it, man. The views mean everything. One day, hopefully, whenever, we get this thing into oblivion, I can try and provide, give back to everybody. I want to be something like Mr. Beast, man. I've been watching so many of his videos. Damn, he's so inspiring. I want to be able to give back to you guys for being here. So thanks for being here, Selfmate. And by all means, ask your question if you got one. Caesar said, you'll share a video or story about you making a living as a trader. Still waiting, sir. Yes, sir. I am working on that video. I'm so sorry. I'm got quite a bit of projects I've been juggling. The indicators were something that took quite a bit of time to bring to life. But as you can see, we've got the indicator. I got a couple of indicators functioning here now. And I'm working on some curriculum for Crypto University. I've got notes on it as well. So if you don't know, I think, who was that asked the question? Caesar. Okay, so yeah, you definitely know I'm with Crypto University. So sorry if it sounds like I'm pulling excuses out of my butt. I've got that video coming for you, and I'm going to show you too. I'm going to break it down how I export some of my trade winnings to crypto.com and then convert them to fiat to live, because some people, I actually hate doing it. I hate cashing out crypto, but most of it comes from a futures wallet. So most of the profits I live off of comes from a futures wallet. So the profits are made in USDT. So I'm not actually cashing out assets. But I'll explain all that in the video. So yeah, it's going to be a nice video, and I'll walk you through it, Caesar. Definitely haven't forgot about it. I'm making that video. And Carmine says, never mind, I don't really have a question right now. Thanks. Sorry, Carmine, if I didn't mean to confuse you, or if I threw you off there. Hey, Johnny, man. What's up, Johnny? How you doing, brother? Johnny says, have you been trading this week? How's it going? I haven't been at all successful this week. I can't see where it's going. Johnny, yes, sir. I've been trading this week. I've actually been working with some new type of, it's not new. I mean, it's not anything I've seen on the internet or anything like that, but I'm trying to work with this little 1-second scalping method. Testing it on BTC. The spreads have been shit this week. They've actually been really good the volatility's been there. For BTC, it's been really good. But the spreads are kind of shit for the strategy I'm trying to work. So I need to test it on some altcoins. But I mean, the volatility is there. Volatility is what we want, brother. That's what we want to trade. This is the 1 minute time frame. Let me just pull into the 1 hour time frame so we can take a look at this. Some pretty solid market structure, and I don't know if you have me on Instagram or not, but we took a look at this right here. So I got these bear flags here, and we're pretty much waiting for that break. And I posted this somewhere on, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So if it broke below, it was the breach of the bear flag. We're going to try and short. And if it broke, if it found support here and broke above this descending line, we're going to try and long. So we were expecting that type of move, and we were trying to long, upwards of these areas. But we do have some resistance here, as we can see by the indicator. It's generating some horizontal resistance. So we do have to break over this level. But it's been solid market structure, man. It's been a lot of fun trading this week. I mean, that's pretty clean movements, I would say. Even if I take these away, it's pretty clean movements. Yeah, pretty clean. It's been fun. That's, I would say, above average week of trading, even with the testing, because we had solid market structure and we pretty much knew where the direction was going. This is an uptrend channel. I think I've made a video about how to trade a downtrend channel only. Sorry guys, it's the same concept as trading an uptrend channel. I know I need to get the uptrend channel, and like I said, I'm working on so much stuff. But yeah, same concept. And this uptrend channel happens to be the formation of a bear flag. So it was pretty clean. It was fun. It's been fun. We'll go back to the 1 minute so we can see those developments happening, because the 1 hour is a little boring. So I'm just going to keep the 1 minute behind me. Oh man, my nugget was probably in the way for most of that. Did you guys see that, or was my head in the way? Someone let me know if my head was in the way. I could redo that little dealio and move my head to the corner. But yeah, let me see. Oh, and where's it going? Yeah, where's it going? So, by the way, really quick, he said, where's it going? I'll show you that really quick. I mean, here, as you can see, Johnny, we're playing this range. So I'll put that back up for us. We're pretty much playing within this bear flag. Let me pull up a picture of a bear flag for us real quick so we know what we're talking about here. I got this on lock. It's right here. It's coming. I promise it's coming. All right, right here. Boom. So we see we got this bearish flag. Got this bearish variant, and we've seen, a couple bear flags before. So this pattern's literally played out right in front of us a couple times. And this might be like, oh, it's a fake out. It finally breaks over here, and that's fine. If it breaks over here, it just means we're not playing the formation. But we have seen a couple bear flags recently, and if we zoom in here, this is a bear flag formation. So where's it going? I can't, see the future indefinitely, but this is the range we're playing right now. We got some, like I said, horizontal resistance right here, and we're playing that right now, it would seem. Well, the visual assistance hasn't loaded up. So we have from this swing high, so we're playing it right now. Looks like we're having a little bit of a bull flag on the smaller time frame here. So if I could just get this, let me hide this squiggly right here out the way. Okay, so if I get that little squiggly out the way, we can see this looks like a bull flag. Oh, sorry, got a lot of shit going on. There we go. So, bullish pennant. So we're looking for a bullish continuation here from this outbreak. Now, it could break down to the downside, always, of course. But this is the immediate range we're looking to play. Once it breaks above here, we can start targeting upwards. Once it breaks below here, we're going to start targeting downwards. So that's the outlook for BTC. Now I'll go back to the 1 minute time frame. Had to answer that question. See, if you give me a question I can answer, and then I'll answer it for you. Some of this shit I feel like I don't know. But I'll try my best anyway. So let me see. Where was I at in the comments now? Okay, so got Johnny's question. Carmine C says, what time frames do you use mainly? I use typical 1 day, 4H, 1H, and 15 minutes. So Carmine, I mean, I look at every time frame pretty much every day. I look at the daily time frames. I don't always look at the weekly or monthly time frames. But I'll look at the daily time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, all the way into the 1 second now. I've been trying to experiment with the 1 second, see what I can get done there. But predominantly, I've traded on the 1 minute for a very long time. Traded on the 1 minute for a long time with success. I've used 15 minute as a larger time frame, 1 minute for entry and exit. I've used the 4 hour time frame for the larger time frame, 15 minute for entry and exit. It all kind of depends on what the market structure looks like and what it's telling me. So if there's nothing really going on, like, let me back out again for just a moment here. Hate to be going back and forth. I'll put myself in the corner this time because I remembered. Put myself in the damn corner. Okay, so here, if I know, for example, what's going on with some of the market structure, then upon these bear flags right here at the bottom, I'm like, okay, I can, this is the 4 hour time frame. If it breaks down here, there's going to be a lot of downside. And if it breaks up here, I can target all the way back. So, I could ride this out for however long I need to. If it's for a few hours, we have a couple high pushing candlesticks up, or if it's for a few days, I can hang on to that singular position that I took right here, and then I can scalp along the way up. So, I'm playing this little break, and then if we break this down onto smaller time frames, we have all these different little infrastructures that we could play, the stuff that's back here, everything. We can scalp and trade all that stuff while our larger position is open. So, when I'm looking at the daily time frame, whenever I first pull up to charting, I'll pretty much start on the larger time frame, as we should, to get a top-down approach, see what's going on. Oops. And if I can, make a move from there or plot something from there, a reasonable risk-reward ratio, I'll take it. And then maybe that might be enough for me, or I might jump down to a smaller time frame and see what I can get done there. Or I may not find anything on the daily time frame, like right now, how we're kind of floating in the middle of structure. Don't know if it can go up or down. If I was in a positive position, I'd hold on to it. If I don't have a position right now, I could jump into the 5-minute, 1-minute time frame, see what kind of market structure I have. I can bet on this breaking up to here. I can bet on it breaking down to here. I can bet any which way, and I say the word bet, but I mean, it's what trading is. You're making educated guesses on market structure based upon previous price action history and what's present to you. So whenever you get these ranges, you just start trading them. And you never know, like this spread right here, just for example, if I try to short resistance from here, that's a 4% gain. And if I try to long from here, even two resistance is 1%, to the next one's 2%. You can see there, that's a rising wedge. Looks like we're having a rising wedge here, just by these two. So, we play this till it breaks down. All kinds of infrastructure to mess with, bro. So, yeah. I mean, try to be fluent, like Bruce Lee said, like water. Be like water. Take a trade wherever there's a trade available. Caesar says, big back test. How does it work? Does it work for free on TradingView? Yeah, man, you can back test pretty much anything. So let me just hide that for a second. I'll give you a quick rundown. I don't have any videos on the back tester, but I'll give you a quick rundown on it. You basically just want to get a strategy. We can go right here and find one that is on the TradingView. Oh, I spelled strategy wrong. Strategy. We can find one that is out here. So I'm not going to use mine because I don't want to confuse you. So we can just look right here. RSI strategy, MACD strategy. We'll use the MACD for a quick example because it's very, very simple strategy. Basically, whenever it crosses up, let me add the MACD on here. Where the hell? There we go. So I'll take off the RSI. So we can see whenever the MACD crosses up, we go long. And when the MACD crosses down, we go short. Bearish cross equals a short. Bullish cross equals a long. So we'll see the strategy tester right here. And we can just see really quickly, how much profit you're expecting to make with the list of trades here based upon the chart data that I can observe. You might be able to observe a little bit less chart data on because I have premium, I believe. But on a free trading view, you can still use the strategy tester. You just won't be able to see as much data on smaller time frames. If you go into larger time frames, I think on the 4-hour time frame, you can see back to 2017 right now. And it gets smaller as you go in, and as you get on the daily time frame, I think you can see Bitcoin to 2011 on this right here. What is this? Bitstamp? Yeah, Bitstamp. You can see Bitcoin to 2011 on the free version. So yeah, that's helpful. That's really great. But here you can just see, how it's performing. You could literally go into see all the statistics about what's going down. Max drawdown's an important one to look at. And you definitely want to set up your properties and everything here first. So we'll go to our initial capital. Let's just say, I'm not going to explain what each one does. If no one else has other questions, I'll come back to this and go through it in more detail after this. But I want to make sure I get through a decent amount of questions here. But really quickly, if I do have $1,000, let me scoot my keyboard closer, and I'm using USD. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in USD, and I'm going to take every position with $1,000. We're not going to pyramid anything, which means adding more funds later. It's just going to be one and done, buy and sell. So we can see here, we have different things that we can change about the MACD, and that would change the strategy. We have, just a couple things here. So this is really easy. You get to see everything. You can take out the signal labels and the quantities to just see long or short. So if we have the quantity on there, that tells you how much of the asset you're buying. Here we're on Bitcoin and we're using $1,000. So that's how much we're going to get of the contract. I think, yeah, this is perpetual, so it's going to show the contract there. And then the quantity, I just showed you that one. So the signal labels go. The comments on this one suck. It looks like MACD SE is MACD short entry, MACD LE is MACD long entry. So that's telling you long and short. And then visibility is what time frame you want to see it on. Then we come over here. Then we come over here to the list of trades, and you can literally look and see exactly if you would have followed this strategy, how much money you would have made. And you can do this for any strategy. You can write custom strategies, Pine script. You can see right here, and you can click, okay, this one won $19. I want to see that trade. Highlights it for you right here. And you're like, all right, well, this one lost. Let's find a big loser. This one lost $12. Here's our losing trade. So we click on it. We're like, oh, what happened? You know, was that preventable? Yada, yada, yada. So we look right here and we see the MACD crossed bearish. And here's the bullish for the close. So that's why it was a losing trade. So maybe that didn't help much at all. That was a really, really, really fast explanation. But the backtester allows you to take out all of this fucking hard work that you would have had to do by yourself. So let's just imagine we don't have the backtester here. And we want to see how much, if the MACD cross is a profitable strategy. And we just start looking right here. We're like, oh, okay, from right here, well, it crossed. And then we go to the close of that candle. And we're like, oh, that was a profitable trade. Here's the bearish close. And then if we were to short this, we're going to open this short here. And then we'll close it. All right, so that one was profitable as well. So it defeats having to manually backtest. You should definitely manually backtest something if you're really interested in using it, outside of if you haven't practiced it. So it's important to understand how to manually backtest, but this is a pain in the butt if you were just going to do this, for every trade and then write it down in a spreadsheet or something like that. So now, of course, PineScript's not 100% perfect, could be flawed, but that's the gist of the backtester and how you use the backtester on TradingView. And it works on free TradingView. But like I said, the data you're able to observe is limited, I believe. I mean, however far you can, when you naturally open your chart, however far you scroll back, that's how far you can see. All right, so let me see. Israel says, as I understand, price imbalance is when price wicks super high or low, and then price eventually comes back to capture that liquidity. Okay, so that's an interesting way to explain it. I would say that whenever there are high wicks, it shows an indecision between buyers and sellers. So if you have a series of candlesticks like this, where they are strong moving and there's not, here you can see a little bit of pushback on that wick, but these are all very strong open body candles. So when the body of a candlestick is very large, it means that the movement was solid. So we can see here, price moving up, makes a big move. Here there's indecisiveness between buyers and sellers. So price comes up, it gets rejected, and it comes down and it gets supported, and then ultimately it pushes up. So we're starting to see a little bit of indecision here, right? We're seeing these little breaks as buyers need those breaks to continue pushing price up. So when you have those big wicks, that's not really a big wick there. I've seen some definitely seen some bigger wicks, but we are on the 5-minute time frame. So when you see something like that, I've not really heard the term imbalance. It could be an imbalance. I'm not going to say it's not because I've never heard that term. But the way I was taught with these candlesticks is that it shows whenever there is a high wick on the top like this is experiencing rejection. And whenever there is a high wick on the bottom, it's support. And whenever it's a small body in the middle, trying to find one that we were just looking at. That's a pretty bad one. But yeah, something like this. We see something like this with a small body in the middle and a high wick on each end. That is an indecisiveness between buyers and sellers. So if you see some of those in a row, it's potentially signaling a momentum shift. But generally, if there are larger wicks on the top side, you see that price is butting into that point. But usually people have buy order, sell order, something like that up against that wall. And so it gets pushed down really quickly, is the way I would explain it. If that makes sense to you, let me know. If that doesn't make sense to you, please let me know. I don't want to try and guide you in the wrong direction, but that's how the wicks go as far as I understand them. And that's just an interpretation of data, because remember, there's different ways to observe the data here. So you can use all kinds of Some people use Heikin Ashi, and that messes up the wicks. Some people use lines. I've been experimenting with the line chart on smaller time frames. But that is my general understanding of wicks. So let me see where I left off there. Johnny 8 says, hey, that's great. I'll check out your Instagram. Yes, sir, Mr. Johnny. I try to keep... I should do it more on YouTube, man. I'm trying to think about how to make it more lively on YouTube, but I don't want to flood every day with just like a BTC update. I guess that's the right thing to do. Should I flood every day with a BTC update? Like, even if it's... Because to me, it makes sense. Like, we're in this structure. We're going to be here until, I've already observed this. Let me just back out a bit. Oh, I'm still in the corner, aren't I? Oh, well. You don't need to see my face anyway. I'm not that handsome. I'm kind of handsome, but not that handsome. So, but anyway here. Yeah, I mean, to me, this is like pretty basic stuff. I guess it's not for everyone, but like when I've identified the structure, I know we're going to play within it until it breaks. When I've identified this structure, I know we're going to play within it until it breaks. Now right here, this shit could use a daily BTC update. Like, oh, where are we going? There's not really a lot of structure right here. If I close out some of that stuff, I think it's right in here. Yeah, so if I close that out, I mean, there's not a lot of structure here. It's just like a really deep slanting downtrend. So maybe something like that can help restore the faith. But yeah, I don't know, man. Do you guys want to see live BTC updates every day? I can drop like a quick 3 to 8. Yeah, we'll do 3 to 8 minute update on BTC just to kind of let you know where we're going. But I mean, here I would say like, boom, we're going here until we float around. This is where we're stuck. So I don't want to just be going on my Bitcoin updates and saying the same damn thing every day. It's like, it might seem like that, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, I try to update anyway on Instagram at least once a week so we can see what's going on with BTC, brother, because, it's important to see what's going on with BTC. So, if you want some weekly BTC updates, you know what to do. Go follow the Instagram, Deadly Crypto. And let me see where we left off at. Janny says, Edward, because other coins like ETH, for instance, follow BTC. Oh, what? Putting 5x on a long Deadly Crypto Israel, my man. That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah, that's what's up, brother. Where the hell was I at now? I lost my focus. Thank you for that. I lost my focus. But it's all good. Where were we? Jenny said, Edward, because other coins like ETH, for instance, follow BTC, is it a no-brainer that you shouldn't be going short on ETH while going long on BTC on the same time frame, no matter what P8 indicator is saying? Well, Johnny, I mean, I would love to say it's not normal, but it's possible. I've taken long positions and opened up a scalp in between. Now, generally, if I have a long position open, my scalps are going to follow my long idea. But I don't like to get too close-minded on the trade idea, because if I started with that long idea, I know the price could reverse at any moment, and I know that my TP may not be achieved, and even once it is achieved, I start thinking, hey, my goal's met, price could reverse right now. So there's a lot of different psychological factors that revolve around taking a profit or exiting a position early. And whenever you're trying to trade against yourself, so if I have a long position open and I'm taking a short scalp within that, it makes me personally wary about my long position, because I don't know if I want my scalp to turn into a big short, because sometimes I take a trade that's a scalp and I just end up catching what is the start of a massive move, and I'm like, oh, nice. So I try not to whenever I counter trade against myself, it affects me in that manner. Like, okay, it starts to devalue my long idea, or the first idea I had, whenever I start to counter trade against my initial open position. But on the flip side of that, whenever I'm trading with my position, I start to think, am I taking this too far? I have two long positions open at the same time. I could have hunkered down. Maybe I need to get ready for the reversal. Lots of different things can come into my head. So I think for me personally, it's easier to it's possible to make profits and to do that, to trade against yourself, especially if you're taking one trade on a larger time frame with a larger movement and a second trade on a smaller time frame with a smaller movement. It's possible to make profits. For me personally, that's daunting to my ability to infer data and make reasonable judgments whenever I counter trade against myself. Sometimes I still do it. I don't know fucking why. Sometimes I still do it, but I think it's easier for me to trade with myself when I already have an open position. So that being the case, if I have an open long in BTC, and I'm looking at Ethereum, I probably would not try to look for a short opportunity in Ethereum. I would try to look for a long opportunity if I was already longing Bitcoin, and vice versa. If I was already shorting Bitcoin, then I would not look to Ethereum to long it. I would look to Ethereum to short it, unless both assets are coming to a support level or something like that. But yeah, I would try to mimic my actions, especially in assets that are so closely correlated. So where did I leave at? Head in the way. Head's in the way down here? No way my head's in the way down here. You want me to just turn it off? Let me see. Alright, I'm a ghost now. How do you like that? Huh? You want to watch a ghost? Ooh. The ghost of BTC past. No, I'm not a ghost. I'm not a ghost. Oh, I hope you don't mean my head's in the way down here, Danny. I'm sorry if my head's in the way down here. I didn't think it was. But sorry if it was, guys. Sometimes I get to talking and I don't pay attention to the screen even though it's right in front of me. Tikal says, bro, you're in front of the chart. Damn it! It looks like I was in front of the chart. Oof. My head was in the way right here. Where was I doing that at? I don't know if that's an old comment or not, because maybe it's taking me a while to explain. I moved my head over to the corner. I think we should be good there now. I'm just a little bit behind on the comments. Rico dude says, hello. What's up, Rico? Tikal says, Nia says, majority indicators, why fail at 1 minute? Well, I think it's because, a lot of the data that happens on the 1 minute changes so quickly. Now, whenever you say fail, I think that the indicators work exactly how they're supposed to. I think our human rationing starts to play a factor because we expect things to behave on a smaller time frame the way they do in a larger time frame. Just for a quick example, off the top of my head, I know, absolutely know, the 50-200 EMA or the 50-200 EMA crossover on Bitcoin 4H and 1 day time frame, very, very profitable. There are some losing trades if you automate that strategy, but overall that strategy is very profitable over space and time and is always shown to be profitable. But when you look at those same indicators on a smaller time frame, the success ratio diminishes greatly. You have way more losing trades than you do winning trades. And I don't mean that the strategy is completely negative. I just mean that the quantity of losing trades on a smaller time frame is much greater than the quantity of trades on a higher time frame that have lost because of the difference in the quantity of trades taken, because of the time frame being observed, because of the data that is being used to analyze the information. So it's not like the indicators fail. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. It's the way we interpret the information. So just keep that in mind whenever you're using indicators on a smaller time frame. And don't neglect multiple time frame analysis, because if something is happening on the smaller time frame, it's playing out into the larger time frame. And vice versa. If you're looking at something on the larger time frame, you zoom in to see where you're at in that part on the larger time frame. So Niaz, let me know if that clears it up for you, and if not, Niaz, I will try my best to clear it up for you. Wojtamela says, be in the house. What's up? Greetings, family. Greetings. Tikal says, bro, can you please share your thought on using Supertrend signal for commas, or any suggestion of good alternative? Okay, good alternative right there off the top of my head. Like I said, 5200 EMA crossover. I have a bot set up on 3 commas for to buy at the golden cross when it crosses up, sell at the death cross when it crosses down, 4H and 1D time frame, 1 day. So those are really good alternatives. I don't know what strategy. I don't know of. I've studied a lot of strategies and a lot of data, and I don't know of something that I can put more faith in than that strategy just based on results. But I mean, that doesn't mean go put your life savings in it. I have a piece of my portfolio allocated to that automated strategy. Now, as far as Supertrend, I don't really know what Supertrend is, but I'll look it up really quick. They have a Supertrend strategy and indicator, so. I'm reading. Okay. All right. Yeah, so quick thoughts based off reading it. I mean, I don't normally use the average true range whenever I trade. I've definitely seen some people be like, oh, whenever you put your stop loss on, you add or subtract the average true range or something, and then you can get a stop loss that's just over the swing high with a calculated blah, blah, blah. And it looks like he has the factor right there, 3. So its default value is 3, but you can change that, I believe, and you'll be able to get different results. I put 2 on there. Oh, did not mean to put 20. Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna have perks and advantages. If you learn how to use the indicator, it can be beneficial to you if you learn how to use it. I don't know anything about this indicator. I've just read the source code, so I mean, I'll click up the strategy really quickly and we'll see what the backtester looks like. You can see if it's worth the fuck or not just in a moment's notice by looking at the strategy. So we can go into the strategy tester overview. We can see right here on the 1 minute time frame is not a good strategy. That's not fair because the 1 minute time frame is kind of a bad place to test things. On the 4 hour time frame, it looks like by longing and shorting, you are making some profits. There's been 9% drawdown. Okay, let me actually adjust this to reasonable capital. Now, whenever I'm backtesting, I usually just like to run it up 1,000, 1,000, and run it up with 100% of the order. Because that's a good way to expose bad strategy. Like right here, we can see this has 25% drawdown. No, absolutely not. That's too much of a variable. I would say between 7 to 14% is okay. 14% is pushing it. 15%, anything greater than 50%, I would not use it because in using this in nature, anything can go wrong. You can have huge drawdowns that may possibly not recover from. We can see from the beginning of time there's 224% profit factor on this. But like I said, that drawdown scares me because you weren't in on this at the beginning of time. So whenever you get in on this later, you don't have all these profits. You're getting in on it now, and you're participating in forward testing now. So that drawdown, 25%, could apply to any single trade. You could just lose 25% off the rip, and your first trade would be terribly stunted. You can go down and see where that drawdown came from, but I'm not going to. I mean, it's a back tester. It has we talked about the strategy back tester earlier, so you can pretty much see very quickly if using this strategy is good or bad. So if I turn this on right now, you can see, it's green, so it told you to long, it's red, it told you to short. The strategy does not seem to show this over, but whenever you put the indicator on top of it, you can see exactly what actions are being taken. So again, we don't have to manually backtest this because that would be annoying. So there you go, brother. I don't know much about the super trend, but I think you can figure it out from there if you want to use it or not. Let me go back to the 1 minute time frame, unless we need to do some more observations. Yeah, we get the 1 minute time frame up here again, and we'll turn that bad boy back on. All right, cool. And then we're back at Israel, $5. Shit, I'm putting 5x long on daily crypto. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Man, Israel. That's what's up, brother. Lucas says, yeah, man, you should update us every day. Lucas, you want me to update you every day, brother? If we can get like 5 people, right? Because I don't want to update every day if nobody's watching. If I can get at least 5 people to say they're going to watch daily updates on Bitcoin, then I'll make the daily updates, okay? 5 people, that's all it's going to take in this stream, and then we'll get some daily updates on BTC for you. Maybe excluding weekends, because sometimes, with my girlfriend and we're just living life and having fun, and we got dogs, so we lift up with our dogs. But 5 days a week, I can promise you that I can do that. If we get 5 comments that say yes, I'll watch your daily updates, then I'll do 5 updates a week. Like a fair trade? I think so. All right. So let me see. Niat says, only weekly update is good. Please continue current program. Weekly update's good too. I agree. I can keep up the weekly updates, man. But I can spice up a little extra daily updates here and there too, when something happens. No big deal. Not if you guys are gonna watch it. If you're gonna watch it, then I'll make it. Cal says 3 to 8 minute video is just what every other YouTube is doing. Stay unique, my friend, and keep adding value. The way you're doing things, you're making history, my friend. Yeah, I really do appreciate the extended live streams. I think those are a great way to interact with the community, man. And I definitely want to build a strong community. But a little bit more. If I could just drop on in the morning, maybe when I'm starting up my day and just talk about Bitcoin, just a couple more minutes. You know, like I said, exactly. I don't want to flood everything. I don't want to flood so much content like every single day, just where it almost becomes useless and people don't want to watch it. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If you flood too much content, then people don't want to watch it. It's like, oh, he makes something new every day. I could watch it tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes. So by putting too much content out there, you actually devalue your content, as far as I've researched. So that's my only issue with that. But, you know, if you guys promise you'll watch it, I'll make it. I don't want to devalue the channel because I think that would hurt growth. But if you promise you'll watch it, I'll make them. And let me see. Wait, Miller says, how is the trading tournament going? I could check the look and see. Last time I checked, we were like rank 160 something. You know, not terrible. Not terrible. Let me see. Where are we at there? Updates. I'm just going to check really quickly, guys, and then I'll pull it up over here. So we are right here. Fuck. We're 204 now. Our team P&L is 12.97%. So we have a couple good traders on the team, and we have a couple not so good traders on the team. But hey, you know what? That's okay. We're a community, guys. That's Crypto University's community, by the way. That's not. I didn't personally lead my own trading team, but this is with Crypto University. And if you want to take part in that, all you have to do is join our Discord server. I don't have that one linked. I only have mine linked. But yeah, I don't want to promo CU too much. But yeah, we're ranked two. I don't remember what it said. We're ranked 200 something right now. I think 208. Not bad, but we're not in last place. So let me see. Johnny, Deadly Crypto. Yeah, I was a ghost. Oh, that was earlier. Shit, man, I'm way behind on these comments. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Fair enough, bro. Thank you for the explanation. Tikal, I don't even remember what my explanation was for, man. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. There it was. It was on Super Trend. Patrick says, good evening, gentlemen. Patrick, you made it, man. What's up? You got any questions for me, brother? Everything been going all right? Any problems you're dealing with? Anything you might want to know about? Anything I can talk about? Let me know, Patrick. Glad to have you here, man. Carmine says, I watch daily updates. You mean that, Carmine? I don't know, man. It's quite the commitment. 3 to 8 minutes a day. Pretty tough, especially when it's learning about Bitcoin. I don't know. Some people just don't have it in them. You'd be surprised. But if you promise me, Johnny A said, just followed you on Instagram. You sold any of your doggy NFTs yet? No. Sure, I haven't sold any of my doggy NFTs yet. I've given away like, I don't know, 15, 20 of them by now. But, you know, no big deal. I'm going to keep working on the project. I've actually got a huge archive. I haven't uploaded in a while. But I do have a huge archive of Oso taking a poop on my phone that I need to get uploaded to OpenSea. So, yeah, if you guys want pictures, if you don't know anything about the OpenSea project, I think it's in the description of this video. You can click on it and go take a look at it if you want to after the stream. Don't you know, lose your attention right now. But yeah, me and Oso, I take pictures of Oso pooping, trying to sell them on the internet. It's called art. You wouldn't know anything about it. But they're for sale if you do know something about it. Ananya said, Divergence on BTC monthly. Let's take a look. Divergence. I'm gonna leave this 1 minute chart open because I'm tired of going back and forth. So I'm just gonna fucking click over whenever I get there. Let's go to the 1 month time frame and let's get some RSI on there. Relative strength index. What? Wow, I must have some hidden divergence then. Oh, relative strength index. What? Let me go to a different chart here. We'll check this one out. Turn that on. SMA. What? I don't see any divergence here, my guy. Sorry, my man. Divergence on BTC on monthly? Right time frame? Yeah, I don't know. What is the divergence here? That's kind of a lower low there. I mean, this looked like it was hitting bullish, but we got faked out there, and price came down and shot down there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really seeing any divergence there. Maybe you can. You're in the Discord for sure, so maybe you can send me a picture of the divergence you're seeing. Maybe I'm just missing it, making myself look stupid. But I don't know. Doesn't look like I can see any divergence on the monthly time frame. Ananya. Jenny says, guys, remember to hit the like button. Yeah, I hate to be that guy asking for that, but, you know, do what Jenny said. Johnny says, I watch your ideas every day I can, buddy. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Just, you know, like I said, I don't want to devalue my channel, but yeah, we'll try and post, like I said, updates. All right, let's do it. I'll start working on five BTC updates a week, and then whenever I post my little how to trade the uptrend channel, and who was asking earlier, Caesar, how I live off crypto. You better watch those videos too. Better not be so sick of my BTC updates that you don't watch the other videos. And let me see. Here we go. Where we at here? Israel says he'd watch daily. Well, that's what's up, brother. Like, if Israel will watch daily, then that's it. You got it. Daily updates would be great when there's something exciting happening. Yeah, every day is not exciting, but you know, we'll try to make it exciting. I can be all like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then I can come in from the camera this way like, BTC crashing. Something like that. Exciting. Make it exciting. Johnny says, oh yeah, Israel says maybe every other day updates are as needed. Yeah, like as needed. That's what I would say. I mean, you know, fuck though, but like it's hard to make like as needed implies a forecast. It's hard to forecast something that's already happened. Like when I see these videos on YouTube all the damn time, and it's like BTC crashing, BTC doing this. It's like, fuck, dude, what are you, a reporter? Anyone can open TradingView and see that Bitcoin's crashing. Like, why do you need a live stream to tell me that Bitcoin's crashing? I can open up a TradingView chart and see price action. But forecasting is what makes, is where you can identify that structure, the market structure, and then foreshadow a movement before it occurs. That is when it has value. If you're like, hey, you know, if it breaks down this way, we have this range projection. If it breaks up this way, we have this range projection. Not fucking telling a story after it's already happened. God, that is something that drives me nuts about all the BTC updates I see. But yeah, that's what I don't want to do. That's what I don't want to end up happening. And in a bear market, we could get a solid 2 to 3 months of sideways action. Yeah, in a bear market, there's nothing interesting here. I mean, in a bull market, in a bear market, it's easy to be right. You know, like, hey, it's going down. Short. In a bull market, it's easy to be right. Hey, it's going up. Long. So, I don't know. It's confusing. Am I necessary? Sometimes I don't feel necessary. I just feel like, you know, just open TradingView. But yeah, I got you. We'll work on it. So, what are you trying to say? I'm willing. Come on, I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, I'm willing. There we go, yeah. Especially during my summer. Hell yeah, I forgot you were a student. Bro, Carmine might be the youngest person in this live stream right now. Carmine's got a bright future ahead of him. We're both living in 2022, but I think my life might expire before his, and he's earlier in his life than most of us here. Man, it's so great to see the youth actually doing something for their future. I'm not going to say anything about what most of the kids are doing. Just glad Carmine's here, man. Glad to have you here, brother. That's what I'm talking about. We need more people like you. We need more people of all shapes and sizes, all ages, all cultures to come here and learn about crypto. Be united. Patrick says, as we know. Oh, by the way, guys, remember this is Q&A. Ask me anything. So if you have any questions you want me to answer, I feel like we've gone a little all over the place now. But yeah, to stay a little on subject here. Any questions you have, anything you want to ask me, just go ahead and ask me. If I can answer it, I'll do my best to. And then moving on, I see I'm almost caught up with comments here. So Patrick says, as we know, psychology and trading is 99.9%. Is that right? Yeah. Edward, what do you do in order to stay calm, disciplined, not impulsive, and not compulsive? Any meditation or something? What is your secret? Well, fuck, man. Discipline is probably the number one thing. It's like you have to know why you're going to take action. When's the time to stop taking action, how far you can push yourself. Look, Bitcoin's about to slam out. Let's see it. Discipline and it relates more than just to trading. But discipline is a very, very, very important factor in knowing when to walk away from trading, knowing when to take the trade, knowing when to take your profits. Because I've seen, even myself personally, I've talked to plenty of people who've done it, and I've done it myself personally, where we have a winning position, but for whatever fucking reason, ends up a losing position because we didn't take the profits off. We thought the idea was going to want to play out. We didn't set our stop loss above entry, and then it ended up going back below our entry price and getting stopped out for a loss when there was an opportunity for us to take profits. So a lot of it is just absolute discipline. I don't know, maybe some of it comes from experience of like knowing when I messed up, taking logs of when I've messed up, and then trying my best not to repeat those mistakes based upon those setups. I don't know if that has to do with discipline or experience, because you can sit in front of a screen and watch tutorials all day long, but until you get in there and see how the market actually behaves, you're not really going to know. I mean, as far as meditating goes, I don't meditate daily as often as I should. I do love meditating. I love getting my thoughts in. I'll try to think about what I want to do before the day, some things I have to get done during the day. So whenever I open up my chart, let me get a drink of water real quick. Whenever I sit down at my computer in the morning and open up the charts, try to see if I can make a daily play on Bitcoin. And if I can't make a daily play, like some, type of trade that I can be involved in for the next 5 to 8 hours, maybe a little bit longer, then I'll try and break down into a smaller time frame, see what opportunities might be available on Bitcoin. Because if I could just scrape some quick, money together, if I do that several times throughout the day, $20 here, $80 there, $60 there, at the end of the day, I'm up to $2,500 sometimes just from scalping, just from making a couple scalps. I didn't go in on that one big trade and bring home $1,300 that day, but just a bunch of small trades add up because I'm scraping them off the table. And I'm like, hey, price is bouncing up, playing this bounce, playing that bounce. Like I said, just scraping it all up, knowing when to leave the trade. And then sometimes whenever I get, I lose trades too, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I want a revenge trade. I want to make that money back. I don't want to have a negative, I don't want to have lost money for the day. So when I see that happening, I'm like, all right, let me take a step back and look at some market structure here. And if not, I have other things. I have literally a list of things I like to do, like my daily things I do daily. 30 minutes video learning, 30 minutes reading, at least 1 hour TAs on this list. At least 1 hour TA. Usually ends up being more because sometimes I'll just sit here, stare at the trade, and then be stuck there for all hours, all day. And be 4 o'clock and I don't have none of this shit done. But I try to find breaks between my trading to get this stuff done. And then 30 minutes social networking. I don't know, maybe it's not as important for you to be on social network for X amount of time, but it's very easy to get lost in social networking. It's important for me as an influencer to try and have a social presence, but at the same time, I don't want to get lost in it. Like, fucking TikTok is so poisonous. You're just sitting there scrolling for videos for so many times, and then before you know it, 45 minutes, an hour has passed, and you haven't done anything. So that's terrible. I limit myself to 30 minutes of social networking per day. And then I try to clean at least for 10 minutes each day so I don't have to do that shit all at once at the end of the month or whatever, like spring cleaning. I just like to keep everything clean as I live life. And then I'll try to clean for at least 10 minutes. Sometimes that ends up being more. And then 30 minutes blogging, 45 minutes video recording. So oftentimes my video recording turns into longer than what it should be too. So that's why everything's so set. And then I have to shape in other goals between there. So I stay busy. Trading isn't the only thing I do. It's, whenever I see a trade, I take the trade and I make the trade. But it's kind of just like in my background because I have multiple screens here. So I'm like always multitasking, trying to get some other things done, trying to stay ahead of myself. So yeah, those are activities I mix in between trading. And, like I said, if I'm in a scalp, if I take a successful scalp and it went good, fuck. Sometimes if I, like, for example, if I'm riding this long right here and this is a really good long and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna close that. Sometimes in an instance like this when it's rolling up really high and I see this is ghastly right here. If I would have got in on this long anywhere right here and then I close it, if that's divergence, let me see if that's divergence real quick. I just want to see for myself. Oops, put it on twice. So no, that wasn't divergence. But anyway, if I would have closed this long based on this structure break right here, I probably would have tried to short that because it looks possible to short. So this is a scenario where I could have gone back to back on trades. But I probably would not have tried to re-long after this right here. So I could have got back-to-back trades here. And then in another scenario, just for example, like if I would have traded this down break, this looks like something I would take. If I would take this breakdown right here, I would try to short it for as long as it would go. And I could counter-react and immediately try to long back up to that resistance point for that retouch. But probably in this case, if I was already in the short, it may have just been a singular trade there. So depending upon what the market's giving to me, what I'm doing, how I'm trading, insert different actions amongst my trading. I don't know. That's kind of how I live. So Israel says, be sure to do the open mouth look in your thumbnails moving forward. Yeah, that's quite the look, right? Someone needs to get a screenshot on that. Oh, at least I wasn't in the middle of the screen that time, so that's good. Johnny says, I need to get disciplined. Far too impulsive. Man, don't get me wrong, brother. I make impulsive moves sometimes too. Like, based on this is pretty impulsive. Like, there's not a clear market structure here. This is highly speculative. This is just a singular trend line break. But that's something that I would take, honestly. And for me, it looks steep. You know, I would take something like that. I see a little bit of divergence on the 1 minute time frame. In this area, anyway, I probably would have jumped in on that divergence right here. So, you know, I would take that break, try to play that, but that's not the best market structure. So it all depends upon, you know, how aggressive you can be, what you've done in the past, things like that. That's where I think that's where, you know, like I said, some of that experience comes from. Like, 'cause me personally, I know that once this breaks, I'm just going to try and, you know, short it down. And even at this point, I'd be happy. Let's see what that spread is. At least 0.25. Yeah, fuck it. I'd be really happy with that. So, I mean, I could have waited and played longer, but probably wouldn't have. Probably would not have. So, you know, just discipline, knowing when you want to take trades, knowing when you can take trades, and when to leave them. Discipline is very important in any aspect in life, and especially in trading. Especially in trading. There's already so many variables in the market. Like, why do you... The price action is already going to give you 1,000 variables. You don't need to add any more yourself. Patrick says, oh, I see. Having data makes you not emotional. So trading journal sounds like an answer. Yeah, dude, 3 commas. I mean, it tracks all the shit for me. It's really great. I could just go to it and look and see. You can do it without. We have a template available I think it's in the Crypto University Discord somewhere. I can share it with you guys as well. It's just a little, I think it's a Google spreadsheet or a Google document. But just a simple tracking of your trades and what you've done. Where you went right, you can look at these big winners, look at your trades and say, hey, you know what? You're just going down the list of trades and you're like, you know, this one is a big winner, you know, it's a large winner. You made $800 on that trade and you're like, okay, well, you know, what did I do on this trade that separates it from the rest of them? Why was this one such a successful winner? And then you look at that and you're trying to recreate that. You look at the market structure that led up to your entry, and then you try and think about the decisions you were thinking, and it's like me and Carmine playing Halo, you know? It's like when I know the map, I know about what the players are going to do, I can bust them up on the corners and cap all these headshots, right? When I'm familiar with the market structure and I understand, you know, what I've done in the past, where things have happened in the past, where those players are running around the corners, you know, I can understand in the future when I see that setup, one of 2 events is likely to occur, and I've been successful on this setup in the past. Same for losing trades. When you're looking at a trader diary and it's your trader diary and you're seeing these, you know, minimal losses, you're like, okay, as traders, we understand we're going to have minimal wins, minimal losses, and big winners. We should never have big losers. When you do experience those big losers, you need to understand why it was a big loser and completely fucking remove that from the future. Do not recreate that trade at all. Look at the market structure that led up to it. Document the feelings you were experiencing when you took that trade. You know, and it doesn't have to be like that for every trade. But as you go on, or in the beginning, you definitely need to understand what makes you take these trades. Like, what are you... Because that's all human. This is a battle of human psychology. We're battling a collective psychology here. That's what any trading is. Stocks, forex, crypto, whatever you're trading, it's psychological. I can trade you, you know, a pencil for a pen. That's very simple. If you don't think the value of my pen is worth your pencil, you won't make the trade. So, you know, very, very simply, and I got a little bit on a tangent there, but very, very simply, whenever you're able to understand why you take an action, you can understand and either delete it and not recreate that action in the future, you're losing trades, or you can understand and recreate it and try and make it happen again in the future, you're winning trades. So it's nice to have a trader diary. That really helps you understand not just about the market, but about yourself too. It's great to know about yourself. And Takal says, plus you have to take photos of the dog pooping. Right? It's fucking work. It's a lot of work, dude. It's a lot of work going out there. And I gotta feed the dog. It's like $45 to $80 and yeah, $45 to $80 a month in dog food. The vet bill is $70 a month. But that takes care of pretty much everything. So it's like it's a really good deal actually. And that's his flea and tick pills. So right there, we're already looking at 70. I'm bad at math. It's like $120 base, maybe $150 a month on the damn dog for no NFT sales, right? This is art right here. This is living, breathing art. Also is making poop, and you aren't buying any? You're not buying pictures of my dog pooping? Crazy, man. It's crazy. The amount of labor, you know, that we got trails over here. I got to take him for a walk in the trails. I have to physically walk to go and make him produce this poop. A lot of work over here. A lot of work in this NFT. These are not auto-generated NFT images. This is totally fucking sarcasm, guys. I hope you're able to tell. I mean, I really do take pictures of him pooping, but obviously they have no value. Yeah, but if you want to buy some, you know, I think the OpenSea link is in the description below. I hate that SMA on the RSI, damn it. I hate that they updated that. But what's up, fellas? Yeah, looks like we got through quite a bit of comments today, quite a bit of questions. Let's see what time it is. 4:07. Nice. Or I'm sorry, 2:07. It doesn't matter. You guys are all in different parts of the world anyway. It's been about a little over an hour. I'm not gonna rush my way out of here. I want to help everyone who has a question. So, guys, you have to ask me a question if you want me to answer it. That's what we're doing today, guys. We're just having questions and answer session. A little bit of kickback, relaxing. A little bit of chit chat, you know. It's been fun. I enjoy you guys' company, definitely. It's weird talking to a camera, but I know there's someone else there. One day this metaverse will put us, you know, we'll slide those little VR. Some of you guys probably already do have them. I don't know. I've never put one on. Be able to slide those little VR headsets on, and you'll pop up into my NFT house, and then you know, I'll have an NFT dog and all that good shit. NFT car. We can go drive and cruise around, talk about Bitcoin. You can ask me questions in my digital Ferrari. Hopefully one day the metaverse will evolve into that. But yeah, thanks you guys for being here digitally in comment form. Man. Yeah, drop your questions. Ask me anything about crypto, about me, whatever. Doesn't matter. See what we got here. Johnny's got one more comment. He says, they have value if someone buys them. Yeah, they do. Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, right? You know, I can ask for 1 Ethereum. I might up the prices to these 1 Ethereum. Right now they're at like 0.01. And I think everyone's like, oh, they're so cheap, they're worthless. I bet you if I listed them for 1 Ethereum, some whale will find it and be like, oh, look, we need to make this blow up. I don't know. I'm hoping one day the internet will just be like, this man has been taking pictures of his dog poop for over 2 years. You know, like 2 years from now. And then, so like that one guy who took a picture of himself every day for like a year or something. They're just all NFTs. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. You better get in while the getting's good. Better get you some dog shit while it's hot and steaming. Yeah, keep me parched. Tikal says, why don't you use a magnet when drawing trend lines? I hate magnets. Nah, sometimes they snap to like close prices instead of the wicks. So I just don't like to use it. No. Yeah, it'd be open, high, low, close value of many of nearby bars. I don't know. I just don't like that snapping shit. I like to be in charge of my lines. You can use a magnet if you want to, but I like to be in charge of my lines. See, look at that. I'm the boss here. I could change the slope of this to right here if I wanted to. Look at that. Changing the slopes. And if I want to put another line on here, look at that. You know, I could put another line on here. Oh, what we got there? No? I don't know how that would have worked if I would have snapped it. Let me see. Alright, let's see. Yeah, see? Look at that. That's not where I wanted my line to go. That's that shit that pisses me off. Look, that's not where I clicked. Look. See? See, my cursor just goes right there. I want to start right here. This is where I want to start. And I get fucked. I hate the snapping tool. I hate the snapping tool. That's not I hate that snapping tool with a passion. I just like to draw my lines myself. Oh, we go! Let's go! These Pundit boys! Time to call your mom, tell her to buy some Bitcoin! How the heck can you trade on the 1 second time frame? It's new to me too. I have not got a lot of exposure to the 1 second time frame. It's very new to me. Something I've only been experimenting with, I'd say, with the past like 30 days, hardcore. I've tried to look at it before, but not really use it too much. Now I'm starting to see that it's just like any other time frame, and again, we're just broken it down again. Market structure is there. Now, the thing about the second time frame is the spreads. I'm looking at the second time frame now. The spreads are so tiny. And here, with what I'm working on here, normally my EMAs are 9, 26, 50, 100, 200. Here I've got 60, 300, 600, 900, 3600. This is going to be the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, and 1 hour exponential moving averages. And I've also here, you can see I've got this in the line because the candles, the candles are there. But I feel like the lines help me interpret the data better on second time frames, especially in some other assets where there's low liquidity. So it's something I'm experimenting with on the 1 second time frame, and it's fun. I can't wait to nail this shit down. But on the 1 minute time frame, it's the same as anything else, dude. We have market structure. Let me just turn off my visual assistants here. We got market structure. We're looking, we're charting the high points to high points. We're waiting for that break. We're charting low points to low points. We're waiting for this break here. We got a new low point form now. So we see prices in a wedge. And what happens when we see a wedge? Price is going to break up or down. We look at the entry to it. So it came from the bottom. We're expecting a bullish break. If it doesn't break bullish, it's not the end of the world. We're going to have a stop loss. And if it breaks down to the downside, well, then we can just short it as it falls out. It's okay, if that's the technical thing to do, if it's the right thing to do. How do you trade on the 1 second time frame? I don't know, man. It's new to me, but the 1 minute time frame is now my larger picture. So how I just drew these right here, right? So I just drew that, and then just drew that. Let me try and touch it up as cleanly as possible. So now on my 1 second, it translates to. So I can see, boom, right? I drew these lines here, and I can see exactly how the 1 second translates. So it didn't even touch right here. So the values look really precise on the 1 minute. That's fine. That's all fine and dandy for trading the 1 minute. Whenever it actually comes down to business over here, the values are a little bit different. So it's fun. I can't say I've had imminent success or that I built my fortune off the 1 second time frame trading, but I'm working on that formula. Working on something, man. Working on some kind of fucking formula. See, my cursor's over here on the 1 second time frame, and it's on the 1 minute time frame too. It's actually over here on a different screen though. Israel says, do you prefer to draw lines to the wick or the candle body? Now, I prefer to use the wicks. Here we're using bodies because that's what we got. If I didn't have this information here, and I was just using this, I would honestly, project based off two values. So here I have two values, and I can see like a short-term little floor here. So this is going to be like a short-term support floor. And here I got these values, so I don't know if this exists yet. So I'm just going to be using this. If this gets broken up, well then we're looking to continue the uptrend. As long as this is respected, it's going to be going to the downtrend. So, I would try to play that. And then here we see, that was the short-term touch from those 2 points. It broke down, had a big red candle. There's some rejection, expecting rejection there at that point as well. Sure, it's easy to predict the past. That's why I said, all that shit. And then let me just extend it. So from these 2 points, remember, we're extending it from these 2 points. Here we have a break above. We didn't really know this existed yet. Then if we're looking at that, I have 2 points right there. So there's 2 points, right? Price mix, this is a higher high, or a higher low, I'm sorry. If this low is down here, we know it's a lower low, and it's continuing this right here. So we're seeing this break high, and then it makes a lower low. Still seeing a signal of a downtrend. We broke out of this downtrend here, we got a higher low. This is a higher high here, and then we're creating another one. So now we have more infrastructure to wager on, and we can just continue this process over and over and over and over and over. There's another point, so we can use this from here now. Looks like it's testing over, so we're going to expect resistance at this point and try to play over this here. So we've broken that one, and we're layering it up now. from that point. There's our touch. So you could, like I said, turn this into spaghetti. I may not have said that in this stream, but I definitely have other videos where I've showed my Binance chart and it just looks like absolute ass water because I have lines all over the place. It looks like there's spaghetti, and yeah, it looks all messed up. But you know, you really do get these little intra zones out of there. Some zones are stronger than others. Like here's a nice zone based off that floor. So it doesn't always have to get so choppy like that. But that's just kind of an example of how I'll do it. I'll project on the 1 minute time frame. It's easy to project off those values like that. On a larger time frame, like something like 1H or 4H, I still try to use the wicks. I won't cut through a wick unless I feel as though it's necessary. And it's hard to make those kinds of calls, but if the wicks line up real easily, then I'm trying to find an instance where I would do that. But most of the time, I try to connect the wicks. I'll try to keep that one short and simple. Most of the time, I try to connect the wicks. I will usually try to connect the wicks and not cut through one. Unless it's to like claim a zone. Like right here, I would like say if I'm projecting from these values, you know, I would like to go up like that. But here, this could be a type of resistance zone. Right? So we're using this wick. That's a big wick. We're using some of these bodies as well. So it just depends on the market structure. Sometimes if I can place a trend line along the tops of wicks very cleanly, I'll use it. That's what most people are using. If it doesn't fit very cleanly, then we'll start to use different tactics. Two or can the body Israel says two. Tikal says, haha, I got it. Yeah, that damn magnet makes me so mad. Johnny 8 says, the time I drew the wedge, it would have broken out. I admit I need to speed up. Well, I mean, it depends on what time frame you're using. If you're using the 1 second time frame, it's developing very quickly. I've found that it's harder to trade with the trend on the 1 second time frame because the trend's over pretty quick. But taking longs on top of the 1 hour EMA and taking shorts under the 1 hour EMA seems to be working on the 1 second time frame. That's not the only condition, but that has to be one of the conditions. Rico Dude says, have you read any trading psychology books? Which do you think is best? I don't know if Intelligent Investor is considered a psychology book, but Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham is considered the investing Bible. I personally don't think it applies much to crypto, but what you're taught from that book, I just got done reading it again. What you're taught in that book is basic elementary stuff that really does stand the test of time. Warren Buffett, probably, I don't know, his net worth is like definitely over 100 million. Let's look at Warren Buffett's net worth real quick. Warren Buffett net worth. Maybe 100 billion's tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Warren Buffett, why is it not searching? Go. Okay, anyway, Warren Buffett's fucking rich, right? He's very rich. We all know he's very rich. He said he got rich following the principles from the Intelligent Investor. I cannot shame the principles from the Intelligent Investor if one of the richest persons on the planet used it to achieve his financial freedom. So that's a good book. I can't not recommend that book. You might feel like some of those things don't apply to crypto. I personally feel like some of them don't apply to crypto because it's so new. He uses data from so long ago, and you know, this book was written quite some time ago. I think like in the 1940s. But like I said, the principles are timeless. We're very well going to be able to see those play out in Bitcoin. Sometimes he talks about value investing from if something has depreciated 50 to 85%, then it's a good time to buy. Sell anytime you make 100% profit. That's very basic shit. He's made a fucking killing off of it. So I don't know if that has anything to do with psychology, but it's a good book. Teaches you a lot about being defensive, aggressive. Teaches you about all the ways to make mistakes. Good book. That's a good book I can recommend. Tikel says, gotta bounce, bro. Take care and thank you so much. Love and respect. Peace out, Tikel. Man, I feel, I can't put a face to who you are, Tikel, but man, thanks for being here. if you want to drop in the Discord server and let me know who you are so I can put a face to you. I try to remember my people, man. Try to remember my people. And I can't say I remember you, but I'll do my best to remember you next time, Takal. Thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate your time. Johnny says, going to trade on the month and weekly. More my speed. So, you can trade on the monthly and weekly. There's nothing wrong with that. Just understand you're going to be involved in these positions for a lot longer. And whenever you're wrong on the weekly time frame, generally you have to wait for quite some time to make up for that. So whenever you have a trade and you're taking it on the weekly time frames, sometimes your stop loss is going to be pretty excessive, maybe 5 to 10%, unless you're like really clean on your entry, which is going to be hard to do on a weekly time frame. But your stop losses are going to be hanging, you know, somewhere like 5 to 10%. They're going to be excessive, and when you do fill a stop loss, you're going to have all that time that passed, and then you're going to have to take the time to plot a new trade and hope that that one is successful as well. So I don't want to say taking as little trades as possible is the way to do it if they're like big hunkering down on them, but generally whenever you're taking weekly time frames, because you're sacrificing so much time, you have to put more capital into it to make up for the time loss. Otherwise, if you just made $10 every 2 weeks, it's not really sustainable for a comfortable lifestyle. Johnny says he's got time. If you got time, brother, you got time. If you got time and you can deploy your capital appropriately, by all means, brother, shoot for it. Shoot for the stars. So, my brothers, my people, we have, looks like I said, I don't know if this is accurate or not. Looks like we got 9 concurrent viewers. What's up, guys? How y'all feeling? If y'all have any questions, you can ask me anything. If not, we'll be looking to wrap it up here pretty soon, fellas. We're looking to wrap it up pretty soon if you guys don't have any more questions. I'll take a drink of water, give you guys a minute to ponder on any questions you might have or anything you might want to ask me about. Yeah, man, if you take, you take your trades on the weekly time frame and you take 1 trade per week, if you don't put a shitload of money down onto it, it's not going to be worth the time. You'd probably be more better off getting a bunch of trades in with a lesser amount of capital than trying to deploy a large amount of capital in successfully on the larger time frame. But we're all different. We're all different traders. We all have different amounts of risk. So, that works. If you just wait for the monthly time frame to drop all the way down to where it is like right now, that's good. Make a couple good plays. Buy during this monthly pullback right here. Pretty good. For a little bit of monthly recovery. Sell. Repeat. You do that a few times a year. Same thing on the weekly. You do that a few times a month. But if you're only playing spot, you're gonna be waiting a long time. You could do a lot more work on futures. Because you can, short the asset without owning it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. $10 every week. That's a little bit of a pay. I don't know, man. I don't know. Might have to get a second job if you're only netting $10 a week trading. So what's up, fellas? Look like we got 10 concurrent viewers now. A new viewer. Do you have any questions, fella? Sir or madam? Sorry to bum rush you like that. Trying to see if we can get any more questions from you guys. Squeezing some questions out of here. Let me get rid of this chicken scratch. Get rid of that chicken scratch there. And I do make chicken scratch like that, though, by the way. Trade scratch. We see TS. Look at all this crap. I must have deleted a lot of it. Oh, there's more trade scratch. There we go. I was like, where the fuck's all my trade scratch? There's my trade scratch. Yeah, see, we have all that shit there. See? So, it could look like little spaghetti weddy. Spaghetti Eddie. But yeah. Makes sense whenever you're the one drawing it. You keep track of it. Everything makes sense. You know exactly what ranges you can be trading. I bet you somebody was trading. I was trading a little bit of a different one there. I bet you someone. That's why that Wix got resistance there. Yup. That's why that Wix got resistance there. Remember that there, fellas? We did our little bear flag. I used those 2 values. Well, look at what we have here. All right, fellas. Well, if the rivers run dry, no one else has any questions or comments, we can call it a wrap for this session. Once again, I appreciate everybody for coming out. You guys are what makes this show possible. And it looks like we had a couple of guys say they want some more BTC updates, so we will bring you some more BTC updates. I hope that you consume as much as I can put out that you could possibly consume. So thanks, guys, once again for coming. I really appreciate everyone's presence. Please, please, please don't get wrecked this weekend whenever you're trading. If you're trading, some of you guys might be taking the weekend off. Be careful for the volatility. Don't get wrecked. Make a play off of it, guys. I'll post some more events to socials and, of course, update a new event on YouTube not too long from now. Let me just make the little thumbnail and all that good stuff. So we'll get a new event up ASAP. And I'll see you guys at the next event. Toodaloo, fellas. Bye. See you next time. Have a beautiful day.